Hello and welcome to another video. Hope you're all doing well. Do you have $1,000? Do you want an epic, awesome gaming computer build that will play all current games with great performance? If so, then you've come to the right place. This is the $1,000 Ryzen 5 2600 computer build video where I'm gonna go over all the parts and prices and why I chose them. And then I'm gonna build the PC time-lapse style. And last, we're gonna be playing games. Okay, here are the parts. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right into it. To start, we have the second generation AMD Ryzen 5 2600 processor with 6 cores, 12 threads, and with a max boost frequency of 3.9 GHz. This is a really fast CPU. With a $160 price tag, it's an amazing deal. Next, we have the MSI B450 Micro ATX motherboard for around $90. This supports the second gen Ryzen CPUs out of the box. And I went with 16 GB of DDR4 3000 MHz, 2 modules, $124. For the video card, I have the GTX 1070 for $390. Now for $50 more, you can get the TI version, which will give you from 5 to 10% increase in performance. But I'm using this one because I got a really good price. But the regular price for this video card is around $350 to $400. And remember, prices fluctuate all the time. So these are the current prices at the time I recorded this video. For the case, I went with the inwin 301 black tempered glass micro ATX tower. $70. I like small cases, and for me this is like the perfect size. And last but certainly not least, we have the 500 we have the EVGA 500 watt 80 plus watt power supply for $40. Honestly, 500 watts is all you need because you won't be able to do SLI or crossfire with this motherboard anyways. The total price for all these parts is $875. And you probably noticed I haven't mentioned any storage device. And that's because I made a separate list called extras. I call them extras because the following items I'm about to show you are optional. And you decide what you want on your build. It's just a matter of preference. So for a storage device, I went with the Samsung 970 EVO 500 GB NVMe M.2 SSD for $117. For those who don't know, this is not a regular SSD or a hard drive. This actually goes installed directly on your motherboard, which means you don't have to connect it with a SATA cable. That translates to faster data transfer speed. So if you're a content creator like myself, this makes a big difference. Since this case doesn't come with fans, I had to order 4 LED 120mm fans by Corsair. I spent around $40. Now for aesthetic purposes, I bought this red carbon fiber wrap to make my PC look nice. You can get it for $11. Since this case that I'm using has a huge window, I got this magnetic RGB light strip kit with a remote for $16. Now this motherboard has only 2 fan connectors, so I had to buy a fan splitter cable for $6. So if you decide to go with all the exact same parts, you're gonna spend around $1,000. Well, now let me talk about what kind of performance you can expect from this build. Every single game on the market, 1080p resolution without exceptions, ultra high detail, and expect some games to run at 100 plus frames per second. Many games will also play very well at 1440p resolution, high detail at 60 frames per second. And some games will do 4K resolution from medium to high detail at a playable frame rate. In terms of non-gaming performance, content creating like 4K, 60 frames per second, video editing, 3D animation, multitasking, virtual machines, all this will do it very well. Now, you can build this for less than $1,000, but you're gonna have to sacrifice on performance. Now, I wanted to show you some alternative parts you can get if you can afford to pay over $1,000 but you're gonna have to sacrifice on performance, mostly on gaming, because you're gonna have to get a cheaper video card like this one. This is the Zotac GTX 1050 Ti Mini for $170. This is a pretty good video card. It can handle any game at 1080p from medium to high detail at a playable frame rate. So if you're more into work and productivity and you just want to do some casual gaming, then this is perfect for you. Now if you're trying to do some 1440p or 4K gaming, then just forget about it. If you decide to get the GTX 1050 Ti, then you should probably get a cheaper power supply like this one. This is the EVGA 450 watt 80 plus bronze power supply for $30. This should be good enough for this type of video card. And I originally got this MSI B350 motherboard for $71, but it's not compatible with the second gen Ryzen CPUs unless you update the BIOS. If you somehow manage to update it, you're pretty much getting a good deal for this motherboard. Here's another option for your storage device. This is the Western Digital Blue 1TB hard drive for $46, which is not overkill because most games are huge, like over 100 gigabytes now. And also, since hard drives are very slow, you can get a inland professional 120 gigabytes SSD for $22. You can use it to install Windows on it, so your computer will boot up a lot faster. If you decide to go with all these parts, you're gonna spend around $694. But if you include all the extras, your total will be $767. Alright, let's build the PC.
The spider showed us the truth. Gondor's last fortress in Mordor cannot fall.
Alright, so we're playing Shadow of War, and we're getting an average 60 frames per second. But keep in mind, I'm also at the same time recording the gameplay using OBS, so that reduces like 5 to 10% in performance.
You should have kept your mouth shut. Now we're stuck back in the rear instead of where to fight. Man swine! It's the Grey Walker! I thought he was dead. He is! Tally into the bow.
Sergeant Tarrantol's going to need our help. Let's move.
Get closer, you shrub. We thought we were dead. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Where are you going? Stay.
Fortnite. Alright, so we're playing Fortnite. And this is ridiculous. Like, for real, this is ridiculous. I don't know why people love this game. It's terrible. I got enough for Fortnite for today. That's enough. This game, it sucks. It's terrible. The worst game ever. And not because I suck at it, but it's just a terrible game overall. What's the point? What's the point of getting killed 5 seconds after you land? What's the point of that? I don't get it. I like the graphics, I like how the game looks overall, but it's just a terrible game. Alrighty, let's move on to... Alright, let's see, what else we're gonna be playing. I don't have that many games on my library that can push my hardware to the limit. But let's try. Alright, so we're playing CSGO, and we're getting over 200 frames per second. This is pretty cool.
Whoa, auto on the first round, lucky me.